I feel like I was changed for good after watching this movie. Only joking. But welcome back to the James Rambling Reviews for yet another video. Today's video is all about Wicked for Good, starring, Ariana Grande, Cynthia Aretha, I think that's how you pronounce it, Jeff Goldblum. There's a few more actors in here. And so yesterday morning I went to see the movie, the sequel to Wicked from 2024. I did my, quick reaction to the film like last night or whatever, yesterday during the day and stuff like that, and I'll link all of that down below. And so, what I will give you is a bit of context here is that Wicked, I saw the first movie last year, I enjoyed it. In my video title, I said it didn't need to be this good, but it was. To a certain extent, that is true, but I remember it wasn't a perfect movie. I came out of my own comfort zone because I don't watch musicals. I mean, I have to be honest with you, I've not even seen The Wizard of Oz that many times either. So it was quite an interesting one for me. So coming into all of it, I was like, oh, I've never seen the play before. I've only seen this movie once, and then I did watch a recap video of the first movie. So there is all of that, and I'll link my Wicked 1 review down below, my Wicked for Good reaction, quick reaction YouTube Shorts video down below as well. And so I will try to be as vague as possible in this video, but I also need to sort of explain a couple of things as to why I didn't like certain moments throughout the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, it's been out for almost a week now. So if you haven't seen the movie, you definitely want to go and watch that before you watch this video, because I want to start just explaining it better for you. So I'm not just like saying things that for no reason at all. I have a reason behind why I'm saying all of it. So first thing I will say is Wicked for Good. If you want to know what it's all about, it is the follow up to the first movie where you've got, Glinda the Good, and you've got the Wicked Witch of the West. You've got all of that stuff going on, and they're trying to figure out like what they're going to do next. Basically, in the first movie, it was just a setup for the second movie. In this movie, they're trying to figure out the answers, trying to continue everything and put everything, wrap everything up basically, and they're trying to tie it all into the Wizard of Oz. As you start to see in this movie, some of the characters actually turn into the Wizard of Oz characters and things like that, and then you see the ending kind of happen. You're like, oh yeah, that's where this movie's going. That's how it's going to go all into that way. But before we get into that, I'll give you some positives. So I did enjoy the movie. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Aretha sing their hearts out like they did in the first movie. Sure, I will be honest that at certain points throughout the movie, there is a lot. There's a bit. There's always the mute. You kind of have to accept it with this kind of film that there's going to be loads of singing indeed. So there's that to be considered. But there's just a certain talent level for this type of singing, and you just like it's like they're singing it and then it's just like screeching and then screaming, and it's loud in the cinema and it's immersive to a certain point, and you just feel immersed by all of that. So I do like that type of atmosphere and how the world is just really detailed and colourful, and the way they film it, it's just cool to see how there's like a sunset, or there's like a green grass area, or there's like a township. All of that stuff is always cool to see on film. And even the moments where you see the yellow brick road and all that, like I really do enjoy those moments throughout the movie. So all of that being considered, I did enjoy those aspects throughout the film. So I'm not saying this isn't going to be a negative review, but I'll say it's just a very flawed film, because it does definitely take a dive in the quality compared to the first movie. And the reason why I say this is cause, there's this whole thing between the Prince guy and like, Ariana Grande, and also Cynthia Aretha's character. She's like the witch, and there's like this love triangle going on where they're trying to figure out who's gonna be the partner, and then there's like a big betrayal, and then he does this thing, and then he turns into like the hay guy. I can't remember the exact the straw man, right? The straw man, I believe it is. He turns into the straw man towards the end of the movie, and then one of the other characters that had a love relationship as well turns into the Tin Man, and it feels like the movie, right? it's trying to signal itself into the Wizard of Oz, but then other moments it's trying to give you that wicked gimmick that it deservedly has, where you have the characters acting the certain way. So it doesn't really find the flow, if you know what I mean. The first movie, like, you boom bash bosh, you knew that Glinda the Good was this way and Thingy was the other way. The witch was this way and all that. But this movie's trying to wrap up trying to do about five things at once, and it is kind of a lot to take in when you try to watch a movie like that. So that's the kind of thing I don't like about the movie. And the ending itself, I'll just spoil it right now if you haven't seen the movie, because it's been out for almost a week. So the ending of the movie isn't the greatest ending that you're ever going to witness, because you kind of knew it was going to happen anyways. And this is the kind of thing where you just kind of have to accept it for what it's going for. But in my own review type of perspective, yeah, I have to say this, that the ending of the film was alright, I'll be honest with you. There wasn't anything crazy about it, if you know what I mean. Like, you know how that at the end of the film they have Dorothy, and then you've got Glinda in the castle, right? And basically what happens is Glinda's hiding away in the certain room in the castle. She sees the images of, like, the shadow of Dorothy with the hair and the skirt and all that, and then she has the bucket, right? She pulls the bucket down on the floor, and you think that the Wicked Witch of the West has passed away and she's dead and all of this thing. And then the town is like, oh, we burned her, like, there's a statue, they burned her and all that. And then you see it for yourself and you're like, oh, wait a minute, she's still alive, she's still kicking. And it's that kind of thing where it's such a movie trope where the person you thought that was dead or couldn't be beaten or whatnot is still alive. And so you're just like, oh, that's kind of strange, for a movie that's meant to be the finale of an adaptation of a play. You would have thought they may have wrapped it all up and just went like that, wrap it up just like that, keep it simple to the point. So really, what I'll say here is that I didn't hate the film. I did enjoy the movie. Like, I didn't mind Wicked for Good, but there's just a few things in here where they could have done this a lot better, and potentially could have made it more of an exciting ending. But these things happen, I suppose, when you film a movie. Not everything's going to turn out the same way if you do it more than once, because obviously the first movie was different to the second movie, so there is all of that. Hope you enjoyed this review. So for the positives alone, the singing and all of that, this movie's like a 7 out of 10 for me, but the storyline is about a 6 out of 10. So yeah, I did enjoy the film, gave it a shot, gave my open mind to this movie, and yeah, that's my thoughts about Wicked for Good. Let me know if you saw Wicked for Good. Let me know if you enjoyed the film or you agree with me where it's an enjoyable film that really gets a lot of things right until the storyline is just overstacked and so much is going on, and then there's just so much happening, and then they finally finish the movie, and then when they finish the movie it's like it feels like it's not even over yet, because then they kept the characters alive at the end. So yeah, stay tuned for more reviews, and that has been my review of Wicked for Good. So yeah, peace out, see you later, and I have been changed by gravity as it came to be, or however that song was at the end of the movie. Bye, bye, bye.